My throat low-key hurts, I ain't gonna lie, but... yeah. I don't know why, but my throat's been weird the last few days. That sounds so weird as well. It's hard to talk, but I kind of wanted to stream, bro. It's been a while since It's been, you know, nearly a week since I streamed, but then I've also been like half ill. You have a beard today, it seems. Yeah, I just didn't shave, bro. For real, bro. This is what happens when I just don't shave. That's the thing, I get lazy, bro. I get too lazy. Sometimes you see me clean shaven in a stream, sometimes I just have a beard, bro. Just depends what mood I'm in, bro. Sometimes we get freaky. Sometimes. Not all the time, though, but sometimes. Why is my mic like... Nah, it's kind of... I don't know. My mic seems like it's... Ah! Sorry, it sounds like weird I'm doing that on stream. I'm just checking my mic volumes. There's water in your ears. What the hell does that mean, bro? I don't even know what that means. What do you mean you get water in your ears? Bro went swimming. Good evening from up north. Good evening, bro. Where you from up north, man? I'm guessing you're also referring to the UK. Because, yeah. Hi, Purge, I'm on my lunch break. W, bro. Everyone should be watching Purge and not working, bro. That should actually be like a national holiday, man. Everyone skips work and watches Purge. It's 15:32 right now. Damn, bro. Bro's definitely American. I'll rate that. That does sound like lunch break time. I was gonna say, bro. It's 8:30 here, man. There ain't no lunch breaks going on right now. Good evening from the US. Good evening, bro. You're from the west of Scotland. Damn, man. West of Scotland. It's a bit of a... Is that like Glasgow, or is that way further up west? Like, what is west of Scotland? I'm trying to picture it in my head. Bro's just from Loch Ness, man. I guess that's north, but that's also kind of west. You old Brits got Taco Bell or nah? Yeah, we do, bro. We do have Taco Bell here, man. I've never had it. I will not touch that thing. That's probably poison, but, you know, we do have it. I've not heard good reviews from it, though. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream, bro. Yeah, I've never had Taco Bell, though, but to be fair, the people that I've spoken to have said bad things about it. Maybe it just sucks in the UK, but everyone that's tried it just... I've got one ready, like, here to watch, but maybe the next one, I'll do a suggestion. But yeah, I've got the video that I want to look at now, right up already. I've been clicking away, bro, so... What's going on, bro? My YouTube thing is saying my audio is... Let me... Hello? What's... No, I can hear myself. Why is YouTube saying I ain't got audio on? What? Why is it lying to me, bro? It's alright. Just leave it, bro. It's fine. We'll just ignore, bro. We'll just ignore. Right, what's the video we're watching today? Let's put this up here. Maybe what's better for body cam footage, bro? I don't know. Never reacted to this on stream. Caregiver realizes cops found dead client wrapped in plastic. They found a condom on the street, bro. Oh god. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. We're not starting with jokes, okay? This is real. This is serious. I shouldn't joke about. 100% serious. This is actual case footage. If anyone's wondering, clearly it says up there, but I'm blocking it with my thing, so don't worry about that. I snapped. So did I, bro. So did I. Right. Let's This video is from... Okay, bro. What the hell? That was a weird way. This video is from Ewu Body Cam, bro. Oh, I blocked that with my camera as well, actually. So there was actually no point showing you that. Oh, that was good. That was good doubly promotion for the channel, actually. So just block that with my... Yeah, anyway.
I snapped. I just did. Abuse. Yeah. Too much of it.
When police respond to a brutal stabbing, they find a disabled veteran clinging to life and a woman whose account of this bloodbath may not be the whole truth.
She is diabolical. You have no freaking clue.
On March 8th, 2020...
She's a freak, bro. She's a freak. As everyone in chat, get ready, bro. We're about to watch the freak off. Okay. Okay, I shouldn't be joking around, but, like, I don't know what's going... Like, when people watch these videos, are they 100% serious? Like, are you allowed to make jokes? Or are you not allowed to make jokes? I don't really know how it works.
Charlotte County Sheriff's Office deputies are dispatched to a home in Punta Gorda, Florida, after a frantic woman calls 911.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
Yes, I came out to check on my neighbor and...
Alright, bro. I know, listen, it's a traumatic experience. It's a traumatic experience, right? But we can't start off the phone call like this, bro.
What is the address of the emergency?
No, I'm not having that, bro. That is the worst way to start a phone call I've ever heard, bro. Hello, what's going on? Oh! Yeah, bro, this is why I couldn't be a 911 operator, bro. I'd laugh. Anyway.
Yes, I came out to check on my neighbor, and he's dead.
Okay.
His truck's gone. There's blood everywhere. He was covered with plastic.
You said he was covered in plastic?
Yes.
Okay.
Guys, I told you, microplastics are dangerous, bro. This is what I mean, bro. Microplastics be getting people nowadays. So that's actually might be the reason that things are going on, bro. Microplastics. That could be it. People moan as soon as they join my stream on chat. That's what I like to hear, bro. That's what I like to hear. Maybe I should get some, like, moaning sounds on my, like, thing, you know? Because I have, like, sounds I don't really ever use. Like. Did that make a sound for you guys? Or... Oh, no, wait. Those are not even all connected anymore. Okay, my bad. So I was just pressing buttons for no reason. But I should get moaning sounds. So every time I come on screen, and I don't mean that literally, I just mean appear on the screen, and you can have a moan sound effect.
Now, does it look like there was any sort of injury?
I don't know. Yes, he bled to death.
Okay, but I'm saying, does it look like there were any injuries? Were there any weapons around?
I don't know, honey.
Okay, that's okay. You're doing a great job. I'm just trying to help for our deputies here, okay? Now,
Well,
does he live here alone?
He had a roommate.
And the roommate is not there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Could you do
we
me a
don't
huge
know.
favor and step out front to make contact with the deputies?
Yes.
When a deputy arrives at the scene, he rushes to the back of the home and discovers an unresponsive elderly man lying next to a wheelchair in a pool of blood with a severe laceration to his arm.
So he hit his head. His balls. He's still warm. Yeah.
What is going, bro? Must be a crazy job, man. You have no clue what you're getting into, bro. You get in the car every day. You could be helping someone running out of breath. Actually, is this a sheriff? So sheriff, bro. Why did not get, look, on his arm right there. On his arm right there, sheriff, bro. Why did not get the ambulance? Then maybe that hasn't shown up yet, but I think bro needed. To be fair, if he is completely dead, then. But you know, yeah, that was fast as well. I don't think they respond that fast. I think that's clearly edited. It probably took a while to get there. No way.
The temperature of the body tells deputies they're dealing with a very recent attack. Believing there may still be a chance to save him, they begin CPR.
Press. Got rigged or anything like that?
No, he's still warm.
Despite their efforts, he cannot be revived.
I've never heard of that machine in my life, bro. Press. I didn't even know that was a thing. So like you keep on rhythm. That's kind of smart.
Stop compression. I mean, the blood around them is coagulated, but it's still wet at least.
There's the whole wheelchair is covered in blood.
So is that one over there. There's one over there that's covered in blood too. And the blood goes from all the way over there.
The spin circle's right here.
When a deputy speaks with the woman who...
Sorry, but why was bro doing donuts? The UK is a crazy place. This is the US, bro. This is the US. What are you on about? This is clearly in the US. But this doesn't look like the UK, bro. Well, I wish this is what houses look like in the UK. Just big open spaces, bro. We don't have that much land. But also, why was someone doing donuts on the bloody wheelchair in the grass, bro? Just took it for a spin. Started doing circles on it. That's crazy. That's actually mad.
Called 911, she identifies the victim as 76-year-old Paul Dwayne Bradley, a disabled military veteran who relies on multiple caregivers for daily assistance.
R.I.P. Paul, bro. R.I.P.
One,
Paul.
his truck's missing.
Yeah.
It's not here. Two, he was covered in plastic.
Okay.
The sheathing was over him.
The plastic sheathing was? Okay.
I pulled it back to make sure it was him. Because
Okay.
I seen his foot, but I had to make sure it was him.
Okay.
And that's all I touched, and I called him.
As deputies process the scene, a visibly shaken friend of Paul's approaches with information that immediately begins to point investigators toward a potential suspect.
Just stay back there for now, because this is an active crime scene, okay? Okay. With what?
I don't know who's the lady that's living with him. She just moved in, and he came over the other day and told me she was schizophrenic, and he wanted to.
Is she actually about to give, like, a good statement, or is she just blaming someone? She low-key had mental issues, blame her. Low-key, like, this person had mental issues, blame that person right now, bro. I don't know how they let this happen if a caregiver's doing it, bro. Not enough background checks on people. They just need to... The problem is with caregivers nowadays, there's so many people that need care, so they hire a lot of people without doing the proper tests, the proper checks on people to make sure they're actually people that should be caring for individuals. So people are getting hired. They shouldn't really be in a position where they are hired. And yeah, this is the start of things that happen. Like, how is a schizophrenic person allowed to be a carer for someone else? They need a carer at that point, bro. Someone with such a severe thing like schizophrenia should not be looking after someone with disabilities, bro. That was never going to end well.
Get her out of the house.
Yeah, because see, that's what we was supposed to be here at 7 to help him make sure she goes.
You too?
Okay.
The deputy learns that earlier that morning, Paul had fired a live-in caregiver who had recently moved into the home. When she refused to leave, he called authorities for assistance.
So, this
is crazy, bro. And this is what I mean. The police left. This all happened. Police left. She comes back and does him, bro. Nah, that's crazy. There's just no safety, man. He can't do anything. He can't protect himself. So it's not very good, is it? This is just a terrible situation to be in, man.
Caretaker, is she someone you hired, or is it a friend, or
I was going to hire her, and I'd try her out for a month, you know.
Okay.
But then I thought, after 3 days, I knew she wasn't going to be no good.
What is she doing? So I get that she's not like really taking care of you, but what else is she doing?
Nothing.
Nothing. She's just doing nothing.
She makes me good meals, don't get me wrong. But that's all she does.
So she's just cooking for you. That's all she's doing.
Yeah. She's just worthless.
She's in there right now?
Yo, bro, I can see the attitude was in multiple platforms, bro, multiple platforms. I'm sorry, but I can see why they didn't get along very well, bro. This guy's calling her worthless. She's got schizophrenia. Yeah, I could see the argument going. I could see the argument now actually in my head. It's not good. Of course, she still shouldn't have done what she did. But old people just have no chill, bro, sometimes. She's just worthless. Just a worthless human being, honestly. She just should go away, bro. I mean, in a way, he was correct after what happened. In hindsight, yeah. Before it happened, it's not very nice to say.
Yeah, she's in bed, I think.
So you want her out of here today? We can do that. Do you just want her to get going, or do you want her like formally trespassed?
No, if she refuses to go.
If she refuses to go, then yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna go talk to her now.
The deputy spoke to Paul's caregiver, 48-year-old Shannon Rose Giblin. She denied neglecting his care and said there was another reason Paul wanted her out of the house.
I'm going to tell you the truth, sir.
Okay.
He... And the girl that got me this job knows this too. You can talk to her about it.
They're gonna say Paul's a freak. They're gonna say Paul's a freak. They're gonna blame Paul on this, bro. She's gonna say Paul's a freaky freak. I already know, bro. I already know that's what she's gonna say about Paul, bro. This woman needed to use some suntan in her life as well. This is what happens if you don't use sunscreen, bro. This is what happens if you don't use sunscreen in your life. Yeah, to be fair, bro, this my caregiver, I'm quitting, bro. Yeah.
He is mad at me because I didn't give him sexual pleasure.
I told you! Oh my god. I told you she was gonna blame Paul for being a freaky freak, bro. I told you she was gonna say Paul's the freaky freak. I told you guys. How did I know that was coming up, bro? How do I know that's what she was gonna say to him, bro? Oh my god. I should be a police officer, bro. The knowledge I hold in my head like that. I knew that's what she was gonna say, bro. I knew she was gonna call him a freak.
Do you see? Have you ever had?
Yeah, I've heard of this kind of thing.
She told the deputy Paul had repeatedly made unwanted sexual advances, including one incident where he allegedly put his hands on her.
When we go run errands, of course I drive, and I help him out of his buggy into the truck, and I snap on a seatbelt for him. You know, just be sweet. And so I'm leaning over, snapping his seatbelt, and he grabs the back of my head. He puts his hand on the back of my head, and he moves my head towards his crotch, and he goes, ugh, groans.
With Shannon's...
Yo, chat. Was Paul a freaky freak? I'm sorry, Paul. Paul's gone. R.I.P. Paul. But, you know. This happens all the time with female caregivers. It's no big deal. Wow. To be fair, it's not very good. I will say. It's not very good. Especially with the old men that, you know, try and get away with that sort of stuff. It's not good. It's not a good thing to do. Realistically, if he did these things, you know, it's not good. I mean, it's probably what you got to deal with as a carer. It's probably not a good situation to be in, right? You have to deal with all these sorts of annoying people that you take care of, right? In a way, annoying in a way. You know, sometimes it's harder than others because of their personality and You know, sometimes they can remember you're there or not remember you're there, so it's harder for you to make them listen to you and stuff. But, you know, this shouldn't happen. But also, she shouldn't snap to the point where it's like, you know, bro said, give me a head, and so I put him in the body bag, bro. Like, no, no. You know, there's limits. There's limits.
Serious allegations, the deputy was now facing a much more complicated situation.
I want to go back in and talk to him again about that.
He's gonna deny it.
Yeah, probably. But the problem here, Shannon, is that he wants you gone. And so if he tells me that he wants you gone, then that is my job to do that.
So you want me to leave right now?
So that's what I'm going to try to figure out with him.
That's impossible. I have no car. I've got cats.
She's got cats. So she can't leave. What does that mean? Did she bring the cats with her to this house? Because that would be weird. Like, I don't know what a live-in carer situation is, but you bring your own pets? I don't know if that's... I don't even know if that's possible, bro. I'll come take care of you, but I'm bringing the whole family with me. Like... And she didn't have a car, so now we know why the bloody wheelchair's gone around the grass, bro. She stole the wheelchair, bro. She zoomed away. I mean, fair enough. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, you know. Transportation is transportation.
This man is a pervert.
Listen, I'm not saying I don't believe you at all, okay? So I'm gonna go talk to him. I've heard this story a few times, okay? So let me go talk to him and then we'll figure out what's going on next, okay?
Paul denied the allegations and remained firm that he wanted her out of the house immediately.
So, what you should do is go ahead and get out of here. I know you don't have a car, but I would go ahead and get your things together. I'll contact a friend. I don't know your money situation. But
I have like $30.
if I leave, this is a big question. Is there going to be a huge fight here?
No,
Is there going to be a fist fight?
No.
Okay.
No.
No, bro, there's not gonna be no fight. He's not gonna put up a fight, bro. She's just gonna... You know, this... Poor Paul, bro. He doesn't get much of a chance here, man. Bro can't run away. Bro can't do anything. She's fully mobile. What's Paul gonna do, man? What's Paul gonna do?
Because first and foremost, felony. Put your hands on the
I was going to say, exactly.
I know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hours later, Paul's body is found in the very spot where Shannon had spoken with the deputy. As the investigation continues, a review of security footage from a neighboring residence reveals Paul's 2024 Toyota Tacoma leaving the property around 4:30 p.m.
Can you do a felony bolo for this guy's truck? I need to know where it is as soon as possible, and I need it stopped.
3 hours after Paul's body is discovered, the vehicle is located at a McDonald's in Sarasota County, 53 miles north of the crime scene, and Shannon is inside.
Sorry, Shannon. Listen, I don't know your situation like that. I have no clue. Maybe you were hungry. Trying to hide after committing a crime in McDonald's, not the most private spot, is it? Oh, I've just committed a crime. Let me hide out in a McDonald's. What? That's not even a smart place to go, bro. Like, you know, dingy alley. You know, do something like that. Hide a bit better. You hide in a McDonald's car park. What? Am I the only one that thinks that's the worst hiding spot possible? A McDonald's car park after committing a crime.
Out of the vehicle with your hands up. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Turn around. Walk backwards to me. No, don't reach. Walk backwards with your hands in the air. Do not reach. Walk backwards to me now. You got hands?
Got hands. Drop down your knees.
Get on your knees. Keep your hands on your head.
Hands on your head.
Is there anyone else in the vehicle?
My cats.
After Sarasota County...
This cat lady, bro. She's literally the crazy cat lady we've all been warned about, bro. Committing crimes and taking the cats as long as accomplices, bro. Maybe the cats are in on it. Maybe we should interrogate the cats too, actually. You guys think the cats were doing anything? I think the cats might low-key be on it.
Deputies detain Shannon. She begins making disturbing claims about what happened to her.
Why are you guys being so mean to me when I was just abused?
Okay, hold on.
And almost murdered by
know,
a guy.
I don't know anything about anything.
I'm gonna stand you up.
Okay, let's stand up.
I was almost just murdered. Look at my body.
Shannon is transported to the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office, where she...
Listen. I'm not saying she wasn't, you know... I'm not saying Paul was the nicest guy ever. I have no clue what Paul was doing, bro. I have no footage of inside the house. Some of the things she could be saying are true. But listen, bro, we all know Paul couldn't almost kill you, bro. Paul is stuck on a wheelchair and can't move around that quickly. How is he getting you? I mean, that's just natural selection at that point kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? Because what's going on if Paul is nearly going to take you out?
He says she was constantly harassed and abused by Paul. But detectives will soon get a surprising phone call that raises questions about her story.
Paul's a very evil man. I believe it was the second night I was there. I was saying goodnight to him, and he reaches back and he starts doing this on my upper leg, and he starts reaching over towards my crotch. And I was like, all right, well, good night. I mean, I had just gotten there.
Shannon describes another incident she says crossed a line, leaving her feeling devastated.
Why did she not tell the officer this earlier, is what I think. She had a different story earlier. Fair enough. I'm not saying none of these are true or they are true or whatever. You know, what I'm saying is, you told our officer the worst, this thing that happened earlier, right? Which could have happened, but you didn't tell this story, but now you're sat here telling this story, but you didn't mention the other one. Like, what? This is... I mean, listen, if you're gonna lie, or if you are lying about these things, you gotta be consistent with it. I'm not even saying these things couldn't happen to her. Maybe another person has done this to her as a carer, but, you know.
He told me that he loves the spoon. He's like, if we're ever spooning and you feel the little guy down there misbehave, you can just skedaddle. So I went to my room, sat on the bed, and disbelief and just start crying. And he literally wants me there for sex.
She goes on to...
Paul is a freaky freak, bro. Paul is a freaky freak, bro. Listen, if he said that to you, it sounds like something an old man might say. I don't even know if Paul's... what would I say? How would I say it in a way that's, you know, okay for the internet, for YouTube and stuff? If Paul's magic wand actually performed any magic anymore, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do we know that's true?
Describe a history of childhood trauma, suggesting Paul's alleged behavior triggered painful memories from her past.
Nobody understands that there's sick men out there. Okay, I was freaking by my own father. When I was 14, he took my virginity. Okay? I've been almost murdered by a guy choking in front of my 3-year-old daughter. Okay?
Detectives shift their focus to what happened.
Listen, this woman's clearly had a hard life, okay? This woman's had a hard life. I mean, I wouldn't say she's lying about that. She probably is lying. It's probably what's messed her up throughout life with trauma and stuff. Still, you can't... Listen, you can't just take it out on Paul. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Your dad and the person that did that to you when you were 14, take it out on them, bro. Don't take it out on some disabled guy that can't defend himself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's the right justice, but it's some sort of justice in a way. Paul, I mean, supposedly he just wanted to spoon. I don't know, bro. But yeah, I feel bad for her, bro. She had to face a lot of bad things growing up, which does happen to some people. And it's not nice. And especially, it shouldn't happen to you through family members who, you know, you put trust into. I think that's one of the worst case scenarios as well.
After the deputy told her to leave Paul's home.
Obviously, it looks like you were put in a very tough spot. I mean, I see you're scratched up and have some injuries. Did he get violent after law enforcement left?
Yes.
You grabbed me,
and I've got the things.
But after learning about the arrest, Shannon's sister contacts investigators and reveals a pattern from Shannon's past.
I mean, does Paul have strong hands? Does he have any strength? I don't know, bro. Mate, look, listen. You put a fully, like, functional man into this story, you know, that's kind of believable. I'm not saying it's true or false. We don't know technically what can happen, right? She could be lying just to make the best case scenario for her. She could be telling the truth in some aspects. She could be telling part of the truth and a part of a lie, which is probably like what a lot of people do, you know, like tell some truths within a bigger lie. So then it's easier to convince yourself about these things and it sounds more believable. But what I'm saying is, Paul, he's not got the strength to do this stuff. He's an old man on a wheelchair. Like,
Past. One that raises questions about whether she's telling the truth.
I just wanted to say that someone noticed in her mugshot that there were scratches on her. And I wanted to tell the detectives that she has a history of and trying to blame other people. One of her baby daddies, for lack of a better term, she bragged about getting him locked up.
bro, this woman's been arrested at least 5 times before and she was still allowed to be a carer. Why is this allowed? Who is allowing this? You're telling me this woman was arrested 5 times in the past. I don't know what she was doing. Clearly, by the mugshots, you know, it's not looking like she's getting any better every time she's getting arrested. Slowly going downhill. You know, she kind of looks a bit normal here, and it starts, you know. How is she allowed to be a carer, bro? How is she allowed to go into people's homes and take care of them for a living? This should not be allowed, bro.
In Sarasota for like 8 months because she beat herself up and then called the cops and said he did it. I was thinking to myself, oh my God, she's going to sit there and try to say it was self-defense and he did that to her.
What happened next with Paul?
I look at him and I said, Paul, after everything I've done for you, clean your house, cook for you, give you baths, so you're just willing to have the sheriff just push me to the curb?
She was there for 3 days, bro. They act like they were in a long-term relationship, a long-term cohabitation. We do need better vetting for the job of caregiving. It's crazy that she was allowed to be a caregiver. It's crazy that anyone with that sort of past is allowed to have that job. You know, I'm not saying that people can't change. They can, to a certain degree. But, you know, maybe, you know, certain jobs need a little bit more restrictions on who's allowed to do it. So, you know, and caregiving should definitely be one because you are alone with someone in their house when they're vulnerable all the time. You know, you could steal things so easily from these people that are clearly vulnerable. And you're letting a known criminal in there. Also, can I just say this conversation, she was just like, yeah, I said, Paul, after all we've been through, you've been there, you were working for 3 days. You were working for 3 days with bro. 3 days you were with Paul. You acting like you were there for years. After all we've been through, Paul, I cleaned your house twice. I gave you 1 bath. And I cooked you lunch and dinner once. How could you kick me out, Paul? Like, you barely know him. Probably didn't even know his last name at that point.
I said, what would you have done to my cats? And he goes, well, and it was obvious. He would have killed them. Just the way he's...
What? 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 What is this even? What is the cat's relevant to this story, bro? She's literally playing a victim now, bro. What? I mean, she probably was already doing that to begin with, but what about what's this got to do with cats? You shouldn't even have cats there. You're a caregiver. Why are you bringing animals to other people's houses to give care? How is a cat gonna help you give care to someone?
Get it.
All right, so then what happened?
He's in his scooter, and he starts going, and I start following him. And he stops in his scooter, and he grabs his phone. And I'm like, what are you doing? Because he was going to call the cops again. And I went to grab it, and he's like, what are you doing? And he starts grabbing me.
So why were you trying to take his phone off him? Why did she... If she was innocent, did nothing wrong, why would she try and take the phone off him? You're following him. He's trying to get away from you. Just leave, bro. Just leave. He doesn't want you there. That's the whole thing. Just leave.
I guess I snapped. I snapped.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
All right.
It just hit me. I snapped. I just did.
What?
Abuse.
Yeah.
Too much of it.
I get it.
I was in a mental hospital because I snapped. Years ago, it's all documented.
I didn't mean to back out that much. So you snapped, right? Yeah, you got fed up of bro. He was trying to leave, so you just, you know, closed the final curtain for bro's life. I don't know how else better to put it. Interesting. Okay. I mean, this is the type of person we're hiring as caregivers, by the way. I mean, I don't know if this happens in other countries. I'm sure it does. But I hear a lot of bad stories about caregivers sometimes, man. I've heard a lot of stories that even in care homes and stuff, like I've seen like secret camera footage and stuff. I've seen families post it about their like own family member. They've had to put secret cameras in their parents' or grandparents' room and stuff of carers abusing their patients because they're just, some people are crazy, bro. Some people are crazy. And you just don't get enough repercussions, bro. I've seen so much like bad footage and like bad experiences and stuff with carers. It's crazy. People just like having the power, I think, you know? People love having the power. And even if it means you have the power over a weak, old person, you know, even like parents sometimes could have a power over their young, innocent child. They could tell them what to do. They could feel like they make the decisions. Some people just go crazy with that, bro. They love that. It's crazy. Just another human being, by the way, but...
All of it.
According to Shannon, when the confrontation turned physical, she used a kitchen knife to cut him.
Was it a little cut, a big cut, when you cut him?
No, he was bleeding a lot.
Okay. A lot? Like...
Yeah, it was a lot.
Her sister...
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, cheers, boss. Did you... Yeah, he's bleeding, mate. Yeah, cheers. So, he was bleeding, I went to McDonald's. I took his truck and I went to McDonald's. That's crazy. I'm a nurse, and during school I had 4 to 5 classmates stopping their internships because they witnessed abuse in care homes for elderly. That's insane, bro. That's insane. That's scary to think, though. If you ever put, like, a family relative in there, what could happen, bro? So I've also heard of great experiences. I've heard of people that were really treated well and they were very happy, but I have also heard of the bad experiences, which, you know, I'm sure there's good and bad. So I'm sure there's the average is somewhere also in between, where it's just normal. But yeah.
Claims this wasn't the first time Shannon had used a knife during a confrontation.
I spoke to the boyfriend that just escaped from her. Like, he could have been the next victim, but his daughters were like, you need to get the hell out of there. Because he would wake up in the middle of the night and she would be standing over him.
Person they hired, by the way. Background check. This comes up. Are you hiring her? No. No. Why did no one think this? Oh yeah, should we hire her as a carer where she goes into someone's house and takes care of someone who is vulnerable and old? Oh, let's look at her background check. Oh, this picture comes up. Yeah, hire her, bro. Yeah, give her the whole budget. 100K. Yeah, whatever, bro. I don't even know how much you want to get paid. Just give her everything. Bring your cats and everything. Like, what? I don't understand the cats thing. I really don't know if that's a thing in the UK. I don't know if that's a thing you can do in America, but taking your pets into other people's home? Like, I don't know.
With a butcher knife and saying she was going to kill him. He literally hightailed it across the state of Florida to get away from her because his daughter lives on the other coast. He told me I was afraid she was going to slit my throat in my sleep.
Shannon insists the confrontation with Paul escalated into something she never expected.
To be fair, I'm sure the boyfriend was also not, you know, an outstanding person, if that makes sense. Normally in relationships, it goes both ways to some degree. If you're dating someone like her, you're also probably not right in the head in some degree. And I don't mean that in like schizophrenia way. I just mean that this person's clearly got a lot of issues and has probably used forms of addiction before to try and deal with her problems, as you could probably look at this and see. So I'm also guessing that her boyfriend was someone similar or would try and put up with it for some reason. So in those relationships too, it's hard, bro. It's hard. They don't even, half the time, don't even know what's real or not real, bro. And that's the hard part.
I'm scared for my life, and I'm scared for my cat's life. This man abuses me. It's not like I'm like, oh, I've hurt this precious man today. No one's claiming that.
But Shannon's ex-boyfriend describes a conversation he had with Shannon about Paul that paints a very different picture.
He was on the phone with...
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. The sister kind of a snitch now, bro. She's going too far. The sister just wants her gone, bro. She a snitch, man. Like, I'm just saying. They just called up her sister. Yo, give me the gossip. And she just starts chatting. She is a snitch.
Her on Sunday before this happened. She was telling him that she was going to kill the guy before she killed him. And I'm just saying, because I think it's relevant, because if she's like saying, I'm going to go in there and kill him, and then she does it, that's premeditated in my book.
Shannon says that after cutting Paul, she pushed him in his scooter to the back of the house, where she placed him on the ground and watched him die. But before fleeing in his truck, she covered his body with the plastic tarp. When asked why, she offers an unexpected explanation.
Now, guys, in the chat, what's going to be the explanation? Can anyone guess? I suppose it's unexpected explanation. So let's see what the explanation is. Everyone in chat, I want you to suggest what the explanation could be for covering up him up in plastic. You'd think it would just be to hide him, I think. I mean, any other thing would sound crazy. If it's not hiding him, anything else sounds crazy, but it's an unexpected explanation. So, you know, is it so he just looks like one of the things in the garage and you won't notice? Not like you stole his truck as well. Like, this is not very smart, man. It's not very smart. And I'm not saying I would be the best serial killer of all time. But I say, like, sometimes you see them, how they get caught and stuff. What are you doing, bro? You're just not thinking straight at this point. Like, you stole the truck, left him in plain sight on the street. You weren't thinking.
What was up with the plastic? Everything else makes sense to me. I don't understand that part.
When you take care of somebody, tucking them in, if that makes sense at all. I don't know.
What? Nah, that's actually psychopathic behavior, bro. Lock her up for the rest of her life, please. Don't let her out again, man. Please, please lock her up for life. If she isn't doing life, I don't know, bro. Sorry, she killed a man and put a plastic cover on him to say that she was like tucking him into bed. Yeah, that's insane. That is insane. She's basically saying, look, I've tucked him in. Yeah, he's going to sleep now. Whoa. Okay. Okay, bro. Okay. Just... Whoa.
Can I ask you a question that's kind of personal? How do you feel now that that happened?
He was not innocent. That's how I feel. He abused me. That's how I feel. Because a part of me was like it was either me and my kitties or him.
Again, the cats. Bro can't catch the cats. He's in a wheelchair. You could easily catch the cats before bro. Okay? And yes, she's saying he abused her. The suggestion is he wanted to spoon and he held her head at one point. But listen, I'm not saying if he did do that, it's the right thing to do. I don't know if that considers abuse. And also, you should file a report on the man or something like that. Not kill him and then put plastic over him and pretend you're tucking him into bed. What? And also, she's like saying, he was guilty. He was not innocent. She's basically saying that she did the just thing. She is justice. God damn, bro. Lady Justice right here, man.
Serious. Now you both look at me like you hate me. We don't hate you.
Promise me don't hate you.
I'm not cold-hearted.
She's threatened so many people in her life. She is diabolical. You have no freaking clue.
According to court documents, in March 2026, Shannon was charged with second-degree murder and grand theft of a motor vehicle. She pled not guilty to the charges. Shannon's public defender filed a motion requesting a competency examination, and a hearing is scheduled for August 6, 2026, to determine whether she is fit to stand trial. She remains jailed without bond. Watch our full video.
So what you're saying is, she might low-key get away with it because she might or might not have a mental disorder, which we hope we know about. According to the neighbor, she's schizophrenic. She could also not be, by the way. This could be the neighbor making it up. But she could get away with it, even though she should have never had that job to begin with. And I'm not saying getting away with it. I'm just saying, you know, if you are found insane, whether it's called to stand trial, not fit to trial mentally, you normally get a way less severe punishment than someone who is fit for trial, is what I'm saying. So, it's crazy that she might low-key, you know, not be as affected as she should be. I mean, it's also hard to even know what effect is, because once you take someone's life, what is the right punishment for that? How many years do you say that? What is the consequence for taking someone else's life? Like, that's like the hardest part of justice, bro. Like, what is just to give to someone that takes someone else's life? Like, how do you know? Like, I don't know, bro. Life in prison. Yeah, I agree I think I also agree. If we're going by prison, if that's the only sort of punishment that you would do, then let's say prison is the only punishment that you do, because prison is the punishment in most countries, at least. Or sometimes in some countries like the UK is the most severe punishment you can get. Life in prison makes sense because you took someone else's life. Now, that never happens, though. I'm not saying it never happens, but What I'm saying is it doesn't happen that often. She might only get like 15 years. 15 years is a good chunk of time, but you took someone else's life. That's life. That's gone because of you. I'm just saying, you know. And then there's different things like, how did she do it? How did that happen? Like, how do you determine how bad it is? Is it first degree, second degree, third degree? I don't even know what degree stand for, bro. I don't know how the degrees work. What did everyone think of that video, bro? What a messed up thing we watched together, guys. For real. One second, let me just... It was something else. What does that even mean, bro? What was something else? I guess it's hard to describe. I guess it's hard to describe. How do you even describe that? Right. I've got a next video up here. I got a next video up. YouTube sometimes with their notifications. Bro, look at my YouTube suggestions right now, guys. Okay. We're about to watch the video. Not Without My Daughter of movie is suggesting me a free movie. What is that? What is that suggestion? Car Guys Part 1, August 1st. What is that suggestion? A video with 7 views I just randomly got suggested. Okay. I don't watch videos on cars, by the way. Can I just state that? So a bit of a weird suggestion. Speed stream. Okay. Probably the most normal one. My own stream. I'm gonna sit here watching my own stream. What is YouTube suggesting me, bro? 100 million before 30 is started with one question to grandma at 8 videos, 8 views in 9 hours. What are these suggestions? What is this? Like, what suggestions do I get from YouTube sometimes, bro? Let's watch your stream. Oh, alright, bro. Yeah, I actually should watch that, though. Oh. Yo, this guy's sick! Oh my god, this guy's so cool, bro. This guy's so cool, bro. This guy's sick. And the thing he says is crazy, bro. This thing is crazy, bro. He's so handsome. Why is the screen bugging out so much, though? Why does it just keep going back and forth, back and forth? I didn't do this on my stream, bro. What? Why am I hear myself? I don't even know what's going on, bro. Okay. Okay, bro. We're getting off my own stream, bro, because, Oh, okay. Oh, guys, I had my audio muted, bro. I had my desktop audio muted that whole time, by the way. Nah, that sounds stupid now, because I was actually talking to myself. I accidentally muted my audio, bro. That's smart, bro. That's smart. I muted the desktop audio so you couldn't hear the playback on the stream. That's genius, bro. That's genius. That's genius. Alright, next video. Alright, bro, this is in the way. Let me do it this way. Inside my family's slum house, the raw... Okay. Inside my family's slum house, the raw of low-income family reality in Vietnam. Okay? This is what it's like to be a low-cut... This is... Guys, bro, why am I stuttering so bad on the words that I shouldn't be stuttering on? Because why did I say low-cum? I did not mean that. I really didn't mean that. This is what it's like to be low income in Vietnam. Let's see, okay? A lot of people from the West like moving to Vietnam because it's cheap there. But this is the reality of what someone would be like if they're low income in Vietnam, which is one of the cheapest countries to live in. So, let's see.
Hello, I'm Chang. I'm 21 years old. And I study and live in a city in Vietnam. Today is my day off, so I come back to my hometown. I want to share what my family life is like in the countryside.
Okay. This is the family home. Damn, I mean, I feel bad, low-key. Like, this is why, like, you guys need to not take anything for granted in your own life sometimes. I mean, I look at this house and I think, damn. I'm grateful for the things I own, bro. They have more fans than me, though. Low-key. They have more fans than me. Jealous of that one.
My family's tiny home looked like. The reason why I like family support and how to fend for myself. How my entire family adapted to a life of passive.
It's sad, bro. It's sad that everyone, you know, the world is so far apart from each other, bro. You have people living such amazing lives, and you have people living really difficult lives. And of course, I'm not saying everyone has it easy. I'm sure all of them from here to here have hardship, emotional, physical, whatever. But the difference in life quality is crazy. Difference in life quality is crazy. It's okay, bro. Thank you for the comment anyway, bro. Watching the stream is good enough for me, man. But yeah, the difference in life quality is crazy. Like, I'm probably somewhere in between. Like most people watching this stream, or, you know, I don't know which way I'd go, but I'm definitely not here, and I'm definitely not here. But, yeah, that's crazy, man. It does make you appreciate your own things, though.
This is my family's small house. It's only about 60 square meters, around 4 meters wide, and 15 meters long. Because we don't have much space, almost everything is placed in this main living area.
Wait, this is like their kitchen bit as well? Wait a minute, let's go back. Oh my god, this is like their kitchen too, no? Damn. This is their kitchen, living room, dining area, all in like one. Okay. It's kind of like a 1-bedroom apartment, but not an apartment. Is that what it is? And it's like really run down because they're struggling financially and they live in a poor area already, I'm guessing.
Meters wide and 15 meters long. Because we don't have much space, almost everything is placed in this main living area. Our TV, refrigerator, dining table, and even the family members' motorbikes are all kept here. At night, after everyone parks their motorbike inside, the house looks like this.
That's crazy, bro. Oh, I see. It's like they live in like a garage. Like, you guys might not be able to see that. I'm blocking it. This is like a garage, bro. They live in a garage. Damn. A whole family in a garage is crazy. That must be tough. And having to park the motorbikes inside is crazy too. Like, it's already probably hard enough without the motorbikes, but having the motorbikes there at night must make it difficult. And also, bringing that in every night would cause so much dirt and stuff to get into the house. Like, I'm just speaking as someone that lives, you know, not with their parents anymore. You gotta clean. You gotta clean, guys. And this would bring so much dirt. You have to clean this every day. This floor, if that makes sense.
This washing machine is very old and worn out. It would normally be placed in the bathroom, but because there isn't enough space, I have to keep it right by the front door. Although it looks old on the outside, it still works.
All I will say, I'm happy that this video did well, because if I pressed the wrong button. I will say, I'm happy this video did well for this girl, because what? That's, bro, now it's saying 9 watching, bro. Like, it lagged after the stream thing I did, bro. Oh my god. What's, okay, 1 second, 125, 125. Let me just reload this, because now it's kind of just saying the wrong thing, and I don't like that. Okay. I wanted to show you guys something. It's got 1.5 million views, so that's W, bro. That's a W. I hope she was monetized when that happened, bro. 1.5 million views. That's a W. That would actually really help her out with family, probably, because in Vietnam, the cost of living is quite low, right? To a certain degree. So that would actually be really good. That's a W, bro. I'm glad sometimes these videos do well, because it just shows like the raw reality of stuff, and she would really like use that money to help her family out, so that's really good. So that's a big W.
This is a small plastic storage cabinet. We use it to store small household items. When your home is very cramped, it's one of the most practical and affordable storage solutions.
I like her accent, man. That's not mean to say, by the way, bro. Sometimes the words she pronounces interesting. It's a different pronunciation than I've ever heard. Also, these drawers need to be switched around, bro. They've been switched around. Does anyone notice that? That's the top of the barn. That's the top of the barn, and that's the top of the cow's head. Someone switched the drawers around. I'm not having that. I wouldn't like that. That would be annoying. Just the drawings be on the right side. Yes, bro. I do gaming content on Pxrge 2.0. I will also stream it on here. Just not today. I'm not doing gaming today. But yeah, on Pxrge 2.0 you can find the gaming videos from me.
Our dining table and chairs are placed next to holes that have started to crack. This house was built many years ago, so it's unavoidable that it has deteriorated over time.
That's crazy, see, because I didn't mean to pause on this angle of her mother. That seems like inappropriate, so I'll move that. But I'm not trying to take a peek. I don't know why I'm trying to explain this. I'm just saying I feel like I should move the time so we're not looking at her while I'm speaking, led down like that. But what I'm saying is, this is crazy that the walls have gotten to this situation. I've never even seen this before. I have seen it. But you normally see it in like abandoned houses or like houses that are really left to decay. You normally don't see this stuff in houses you live in. Like, does this mean it just never got painted over again? Like, is this paint that's come off or like actual wall? Because it looks like wall and plaster, like paint and plaster. It doesn't look like the wall's actually coming undone except from some areas like here. But yeah, I think this is mostly paint and plaster. That's just not been upkept, I think.
Time. My mother has a foldable bed next to the cooking area. Since there isn't enough bedroom space, she has always had to sleep here in the living room. This is where we cook our meals. This is
Nah, that's actually crazy, bro. Nah, it actually makes you appreciate your own life, bro. This is their kitchen. This is their kitchen, bro. Okay. This right here is their kitchen. This is their cooking thing, some oil. I'm guessing there's some sugar or coconut oil, I think. This might be coconut oil. And there's some other oils and stuff. And this is where they cook their food, bro. That makes you appreciative, man.
is where we cook our meals. This is my parents' bedroom. Right now, my father sleeps here by himself. Almost everything.
So I'm not going to get into the family business, but why is the mum sleeping by herself in the living room and the dad sleeping in here by himself? Yeah, someone's been naughty in that family, bro. Someone's been naughty in that family. Sorry.
Almost everything in the room is old and worn out. The distance between the door and the bed is too narrow, so this wardrobe can be used properly. That's why I replace it with this clothing storage box instead. Like the rest of the house, the walls here have only.
Oh my god, bro, that's the wire. They've got some AC going on at the top here. That's just the wire to the AC, just out and about. Like that. That's dangerous, man. In the bathroom as well, I think this is, or some area like that. That's dangerous.
So began to deteriorate. Above this room is a small loft, which serves as the bedroom that my older brother and I share. This hallway leads to the bathroom and toilet. I'm sorry if it looks old and dirty, but this is our real home. These areas were built at least 15 to 20 years ago.
That's crazy, 15, 20 years ago, and it feels like it's extremely old, as someone said in chat. 15 to 20 years ago. This looks like it was built in like the 50s, bro. Like this looks like it, bro. It's some insane decay. Like, is it because like there's more humidity in Vietnam and because it's not upkept? Like, do things decay faster? I actually don't know. I thought it was going to be way older than 15 to 20 years.
And they have become badly worn over time. They only meet our family's basic daily needs. Everything looks almost like a slum, but my family simply can't afford to renovate or improve it.
That's fair enough, man. To be fair. I mean, if they can't afford to renovate or improve it, I mean, yeah. I don't know if they explain it later in this video, but I wonder if they own the place or they rent it out as well. Because that would be interesting to know. If they rent it out, that's terrible in terms of it's not upkept by the person that owns it, the landlord. If they own it, that kind of makes sense if they can't renovate it with money, if they don't have any money.
To get to the bedroom, I have to climb these stairs. The loft is only about 16 square meters, with two separate mattresses, one for me and one for my older brother.
And people share rooms a lot in life when you have siblings and your family doesn't have a lot of money, that you have a big house. But like, when you get to this age, bro, it must be tough to share a room, bro. I feel like when you're young, it's whatever. As soon as you hit like puberty and upwards, like that must be difficult to share a room. I'm a single child, not single child, only child. So I have no siblings. So I've never had to share a room with a sibling. So I don't know what it's like, but I feel like after puberty, it must be really difficult. And yeah, there's holes in the wall and stuff. The wires, like the plugs have clearly been added in after they've moved. And there's wires everywhere. Yeah, I mean, they don't have a lot of money, so I can't criticize what they do, but it's also very dangerous doing it this way, and I know it's cheaper, but yeah.
Even though we each have our own sleeping place, neither of us has any real privacy. It can sometimes be inconvenient, but we learn to accept it.
Why are
The
they showing
room
his toes
has
like that?
an old air conditioner and a window for fresh air. Outside is a roof above the bathroom, where the water tank and the outdoor unit of the air conditioner are installed.
Yeah, I see that.
Above the ceiling is a layer of insulation to reduce the heat during the summer. Even so, with the weather this hot, we can't sleep without turning on the air conditioner.
And that's the thing, bro. These countries get so hot, and the humidity is crazy, bro. It must be so hard sometimes to live in a country that gets this hot. And I don't know what it is, bro, but it's like, maybe because there's more dense population in these countries. But what I've noticed is in hotter countries, in countries with a hotter climate, you know, some of these countries with a big population is also the countries you'll see a lot of poverty in some regard. Like, you don't see as much poverty in colder countries, but that's maybe because so many more people live in warmer countries, if that makes sense. Like, if you despaired it. So, to be fair, you wouldn't want to be poor in a cold country either, because it's not good. But yeah, man, I just thought about it now, but it's weird to think, right? Like, there's a lot more poor people in hotter countries. Yeah, I guess if you're poor, you'd rather live somewhere hot than cold, because at least you don't have to buy the layers and the heating. Having to deal with the heat must be difficult though, but I guess having a fan on you makes it half bearable half the time.
There's also an opening in the ceiling that leads to the attic space. Whenever I turn on the air conditioner, I have to cover it so the cool air doesn't escape.
Fair enough. Makes sense.
I will be cooking for my family. I'm very used to doing it, and my family prefer the food I cook. Cooking right in the living room like this is quite inconvenient. Some things may not seem very clean or hygienic. I keep all the cooking seasoning here so I can reach them quickly while preparing meals.
This is what's like bad about it too, bro. This is like, because they don't have money and the way they have to live as well. This is like, you know, this is not going to be good for your health, man. I'm not saying she's eating super unhealthy food. Like, probably still eats healthier food than the average American. But, you know, it's still not going to be good, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. This is like, it's sad, the reality that some people have to live through, bro. Because the house they have, they can't even like grow any vegetables or anything like that. I don't have an AC. We live in the UK, so not many people have ACs here. But if I had money, if I had enough money and owned my own house, I would buy an AC. It's very useful in the summer, especially in houses in the UK where the insulation is really thick. So if you have a nice hot day, the house becomes a sauna, bro. It's good in the winter to have the insulation, but, you know, pros and cons, bro.
My family usually eats simple meals that fit our budget. That's how we learn to live and adapt to what we have.
What's that pink thing in that bowl?
My parents both have low-income jobs. Our life is even more difficult because my father has a disability. The income is only enough to cover our most basic expenses. As a result, my older brother has become the main person supporting the family.
And that's what I was gonna say, bro. That's also one of the like sad things about these families in these situations, because they really then rely heavily on the children to make that income to support that family. So it's hard, bro. It's hard. It must be hard to grow up with that pressure. Like that pressure is like you have to feed your family next, bro. Yeah, you have to feed your family. You have to be the one that supports your family next. Like you have to, bro, because they just can't. So
pay for our daily living expenses, outstanding debts, and even my university tuition. Because of our situation, I want to have eased that burden. That's why I always do my best to take care of myself and contribute however I can. Life is difficult, but when everyone in the family works together, it becomes a little easier. A meal for our entire family like this costs only about 50,000 Vietnam dong.
what is this, bro? Is this their drink? I'm guessing it's their drink, bro. There's no way you could eat this. There's got to be a drink, like some punch or something, bro. No? What is this? I don't know. I've never been to Vietnam, so I've never had their food before, but I would like to go to Vietnam at one point, though.
My family afford spend only about 100,000 Vietnam dong a day on food. That amount isn't enough to buy high quality ingredients, but is enough to cover our basic daily needs.
I mean, that's $1 per person per day to feed, so it's really cheap in some regards, but you also have to think if they don't, that they probably don't earn that much. So at the end of the day, it's, hi, welcome to the stream, bro. So if they don't earn that much, then it's not really like, but yeah.
Accept what we have, adapt to our circumstances, and keep working hard every day in the hope of building a better future. That is what I always tell my family. Not being able to communicate with your own family is truly a great challenge. Although my father cannot clearly understand what other people are saying, I know that he continues to work hard every day for our family. I hope that one day I will be able to do something so he can finally rest and enjoy life.
That's very sweet, man. That's very sweet. I mean, yeah. I have no clue if her dad has always been like that, or it's been like later on in life something has happened to him, but yeah. Sometimes it's hard, man. I guess, I mean, it happens a lot. I mean, a lot in terms of kids having to provide for their parents in the future, man. Yeah. It's good that, she wants to help her family, though. It's also, I guess it'd be sad if they just left. If they just didn't want to be there anymore. And they just left their family, so. So in that regard, it's good. You also don't want the opposite to happen.
My older brother is a kind and quiet person. Because of my father's disability, he had a difficult childhood. People around him often teased and bullied him because of our family circumstances.
That's crazy, bro. I mean, listen, you're gonna catch strays for everything growing up. People don't like you being any different. They don't like anyone being any different to them. That's just kind of what it feels like growing up. You think, because especially when you grow up, until you're older, you realize that everyone's like different and it's okay in some regards. Some people still don't accept that. But what I mean is, growing up, people really struggle to understand that if you're not like me, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Everyone should be kind of like me. So I hope they get to experience watching Purge live. Thank you, bro. I also hope that they get to experience that. But, you know, I just hope that they're living well and comfortably, bro. And they can get the help they need. Maybe in the future they can watch Purge live when they're chilling and living a better life and stuff like that.
Though he doesn't talk much, he carries much of the family responsibilities. I know how hard he has worked and how much he has sacrificed to support all of us, and I truly appreciate everything he has done.
I remember growing up, and my granddad has a house. It's like a house in the countryside. And this is how he washed the dishes, bro. Just outside in the tap, man. I mean, it was not the easiest to wash dishes like this, and this is a daily thing. He didn't live in that house. It was kind of just a house. But I remember going there and like, having to wash the dishes like this. It's not easy, man. Like on your hands and knees kind of thing. In the tap, and it's cold. It's constantly cold. Yo, welcome to the stream, bro. Thank you for the follow, man. Thank you for the follow.
I was born 5 years after my father, so my childhood was more peaceful than his. I was still teased and bullied sometimes because of my family situation.
Again, it's crazy that you get bullied for like someone in your family being disabled. I have one of my close cousins. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what second, third, first. I don't know how it works. But you know, one of my cousins is disabled, bro, and it's like I never felt, maybe because I had that experience, I never felt the need to make fun of someone because of something like that. You know, something they couldn't control, or something like in their family, or something for them. Like I always thought people being disabled is just, I mean, it's just luck half the time. It's just bad luck, good luck. You know, sometimes things happen. You know, some things are preventable, but some things aren't. So it's just like, you know, I've never thought of it that way, but it's crazy how people will pick on people like that. It's not good, man. I don't get what the enjoyment is, and neither do I, but maybe because I've grown up as well. And if you don't have the experience and you're young, it could be funny in a group culture. Because you've not really developed empathy in your head yet. So,
But it wasn't as bad as what my brother went through. Maybe it was also because I was quite straightforward and didn't care too much about what other people said.
It's like green bananas, bro.
I understand what my brother had to go through, and that's one of the reasons why I love my family so much. They are my biggest motivation to keep trying and work harder. I just hope my brother won't have to carry so much pressure anymore, and that he can live more happily while taking good care of himself and our family.
This is a very sweet video, man. This is a very sweet video. I like how she's only saying good things about her family, and she's really hyping up her brother, which I feel like a lot of siblings probably struggle with because it's an embarrassing thing to hype up your sibling like that. But she's really hyping up her brother, so I like that. This is in Vietnam, bro. Thank you. Yeah, the water is great. The Lego.
Life in Naklantau is peaceful and quiet. I often take walks around the neighborhood and enjoy the fresh air. It helps me forget, at least for a while, the worries and pressure of work and life in the city. Whenever I have some free time, I return to my hometown. However, I can't stay there for long because I need to go back to the city, where I work to support myself. To everyone who has subscribed to my channel, watched my videos, left kind comment, or supported me with even the smallest donation. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your kindness means so much more to me than
W, bro. W. I mean, that's the thing as well. Her parents live in the countryside. She's in rural Vietnam. And she has to go into the city to find job opportunities, which happens a lot in these countries. And in a lot of countries, you have to go to the main city, the big cities, to get some of the best job opportunities around, or, you know, to get a job opportunity, because there's not much jobs out in the countryside. But yeah, man. Yeah, this video blew up for her, so she's put like her own like thing where you could donate and stuff, so I'm sure she got a lot of donations and stuff with this video. I have no clue. Let's see. Oh, look, and she's just like, she's only made 3 videos, well. But they've all just done well, and yeah, I mean, look at that, guys. I mean, her videos are doing really well already, so that's good. I'm sure she just keeps posting about stuff like this, the real experience and stuff. She'll do well. And she can also help her family with that income, so that'll be cool. I have no clue, bro. I've never thought of that. So I'm glad she's doing well. It was a good, sweet video. It was good to see the reality of what people live through and stuff. You know, I mean, there's even people in worse situations to her, which is crazy, man. Crazy. Hope they get good education too. Yeah, I feel like they probably will. If either they could afford it or not, that's the question. I feel like they probably strive for that, and a lot of those countries do. That's why there's a lot of that thing where it's like immigrant Asian parents and stuff like that really make sure their kids have education, because that's how they see a way out of that sort of life, is for having education and higher paying jobs. You know, it's just crazy now. It's so competitive with things. You know, you might have education, you might have a degree, that even if you are qualified for a job, you might not get it. It's hard nowadays. There's people with degrees still working in, you know, minimum wage jobs, nowhere near related to their degree, because they can't find jobs in their degree. And then there's also people that can't even find a job because there's so many people looking for jobs. And there's so many people in the world, bro. I mean, a lot of things have moved online as well. So not as many physical stores as there used to be, in terms of like retail, for example. People order food now as well. So yes, there's more delivery jobs in that regard, but that's not a great paying job most of the time. But yeah, you lose a lot of physical things with the day to day. And even AI is replacing jobs, but you know what I'm saying? But it's more the fact that there are things now, technologically wise, that you don't need humans for. And as a business perspective, there is no point using humans. So you are going to use machines and automations. Yeah. I hope you find a job, bro. I mean, it's difficult, man. It can be difficult in that regard. It's a tough world out there, man. I think it's in a lot of countries, though. I wouldn't say it's just, you said your country, for example. I think it's happening everywhere. Yeah. Also, so many people at one point got degrees and went through higher education that now it's so common. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it became from, like, niche to so, like, more common every year, if that makes sense. So many more people get degrees. So many people go into education. So that's also a thing. It's kind of oversaturation of some degrees. Like, I know in the UK and stuff, for example, like, psychology degree is, like, extremely oversaturated. I didn't go to university, so, you know, I have no clue in what it comes to, but I do know that some certain subjects, certain degrees are so competitive because there's so many people with that degree now. And there's also degrees that not many people take, and that's probably the jobs you'll find. So maybe you just got to go for a really abstract degree, bro. Just some crazy stuff. But don't go for like an English degree unless you want to become like an English teacher, because that's probably the only thing you can do with an English degree. Or something like that, bro. I don't know anything about degrees, man. What kind of music? I don't know what music I like, though. Just anything, bro. I liked anything. It's because they told us school is the answer. It's what we're taught half our life. Yeah, I mean, you do get told school is the answer. You get told education is the answer. But there's different types of education. Education is important. I think education is probably the most important thing you're ever going to get in life. But that doesn't mean education in like maths and science and doing tests. It just means life experiences in education, you know what I mean? Educate yourself on basic human knowledge and feelings and, you know, all these things that like you can educate yourself, you know? Getting a bachelor's in Pxrgeology. Thank you, bro. You want to be a biochemist. That sounds like a interesting job to get into. I don't know. I'm a YouTuber, bro, so I have no clue what. Are you taking videos suggestions? If you send me a video suggestion, maybe I'll do it. We'll see. I don't know. My throat's kind of hurting though, guys. I don't know if I can stream for much longer. I ain't gonna lie. It was already struggled to stream, bro. I don't know why my throat's been hurting for the last 2 or 3 days. It's not good. I've been spooning down honey. That sounds like weird, but I've been on my Winnie the Pooh type of thing, trying to fix up my throat. I think people aren't wrong when they say chase your dreams. Yeah. I think you should chase your dreams. To a certain degree. You know, if you are a person that has no hands, don't expect to become an astronaut. If that makes sense. Or a drummer. Does that make sense? Or does that sound mean? You know what I mean? But there's realistic ways of thinking about it. But yeah, I mean, I would say chase your dreams. And, you know, I don't think many people will regret chasing the thing that they're really passionate about. Like, if you want to become a musician, I don't think you'll regret trying to be a musician, even if you fail. Because at least you tried it. If that makes sense. Like, if you want to become a YouTuber, make videos and try it out for a bit. And even if you do give up in the future, because a lot of people will give up. If you don't give up, then cool. If you do give up, at least you tried it. I mean, the worst thing is not doing it at all. The worst thing is having a dream and not even trying once. You know what I mean? Of course, you got to probably try hundreds of times, but at least trying once is better than trying 0 times. At least you tried it at least once. Just got to give it a go. There might be foot drummers. I don't know, bro. There probably is foot drummers, thinking about it. I'm already learning a ton about biochemistry and I already know a ton. I'm not even an adult yet. W, bro. I'm trying to become an artist. That's alright, bro. You never know what can become art, man. And there's so many different types of artists. Be honest, Purge, have you ever dreamt of being a footballer? Yeah, bro, I did when I was a kid. Before I wanted to be a YouTuber, I wanted to be a footballer, man. And then around like 9 years old, I discovered YouTube and I went, I want to be a YouTuber. And that's what it's been since I was like 9. But yeah, I wanted to be, when I lived in Portugal when I was young, I wanted to be a footballer, bro. I used to play football like multiple hours every single day, bro. I was football obsessed when I was little, bro. I was on the grind though, like, I'd have like a day off school, I'll play football for like 8 hours straight. I'm not even joking to you guys. I would play football and then I'd play like football games on the PSP, bro. I was on it, man. I broke so many plants and stuff in my house playing football. I only want to do the job to keep people alive. Okay. That's fine. That's a good goal to have. Yeah, man. YouTube worked out for me. I mean, it doesn't work out for some people. Some people's first dream, first goal doesn't work out when you change. I mean, I'm sure there's things that I've tried in life and failed at, and there's things that I've tried in life and succeeded at. But also, like, failing, like, what is failing? Like, failing is until you, like, quit, for example. You make a video on YouTube for now, for example, you want to be a YouTuber. You get 2 views. Doesn't mean you failed. Like, you might have failed, but you've never, like, if you don't quit, then it's not a failure in a way. Like, you need to fail to learn. What do you want your YouTube channel to become? That's a good question, bro. I don't know. I just want to post fun videos, man. I just want to be entertaining. I just want to try and make people laugh and entertain them. Give them some knowledge here and there. So, peak goon content, right, bro? This is what I mean, bro. This type of viewers I get though sometimes. What we're talking about nice. I was trying to be inspirational. I was trying to give you guys advice. This guy comes in here saying peak goon content. Do you want to do basically everything? I don't know about everything. That's what, like, for example, I have another channel where I just do gaming now. Purge 2.0 is just gaming. Oh, it's right there actually, right now. But yeah, like, I'm mostly posting gaming videos on there. Like, streaming, I'll be doing a lot of different things on stream. Yeah. I don't even know what's going on, guys. I have so many ideas. That's the problem. It gets to a point where sometimes the reason I don't stream or I don't upload and stuff is because I get too into my own head that I have too many ideas of what to do that I don't know which one to pick. But it's not good. It's not good. It's kind of like chasing perfection. It's not a good thing to do. I'm trying to sort that out in my life. Do them all. Yeah, I mean, perfectionism is a problem. Having too much ideas is good. If you actually execute the ideas. And, you know, not every idea will become a video and stuff because that's just what happens. It's good to have loads of ideas, though. I will be doing loads of different types of videos throughout the year. I'll be doing loads of different types of streams. I'm only basically going to upload streams on the main channel now, like me, like reaction stuff like that, or like me IRL, or like me doing something in my desktop. And then any gaming stuff will be on the Pxrge 2.0 channel. I might make it even another channel, bro. I might go crazy, man. I'm just kidding. I'm not sure if I'll make another channel, but I would like... I do think about making a channel where it's like really like no editing. It's just like me giving advice on life. I don't know if that would even be interesting though. So, do your streams have donations enabled? Yeah, they all have donations enabled, bro. I mean, on YouTube it's like super chat and stuff, but I think I have a link in the YouTube, for example, and like on Twitch and Kick where you can donate. Advice on, or like an advice / commentary channel. Nah, it wouldn't be commentary. Commentary, I've done that, bro. I've done that for many years. I feel like I would like do just like life advice, bro. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, you know, there's channels that just sit there and be like, why you have failed. Like, this is the reason I stopped gooning 7 hours ago. Like, those type of videos. I don't know if that would be interesting. But that's like the stuff that I probably like talking about. Like, I just like sitting here talking to you guys about these random stuff now. I'm enjoying it. Even though my voice hurts. Yeah. The Twitter videos were funny in some degree, but I think growing up and realizing that that's not the thing I wanted to do also is a good thing. I think it would be bad if I stuck to the Twitter videos forever. It would just be, it's just boring for me and for everyone watching. I mean, it would probably get more views for now, but then it would get so dead and everyone would hate what I'm doing. What's your favorite category though? I don't know what that means. Would you do music reactions? Probably not. It's not that it's like slandering random people. It's more, yeah, maybe in a way it's that I feel like I'm less judgmental than I was when I was younger. I feel like I am a nicer person nowadays. In some degrees. I feel I still roast people and I still have a laugh. I still think it's funny, but you know, I don't know. I think I was maybe going out on my way too much to get that content, if that makes sense. Like, I would never, and that's the thing, why I wanted to do a way so it's like, would I ever do this off stream in some regard? Like, would I do this off video? Would I do this for fun? And that's how I'm like imagining it. Like, would I watch these videos I just watched? Probably. I would just sit here by myself watching them with no reaction. So I'm doing that on stream. Would I play a game? Yeah, probably. So I might as well do that on stream or recording it. So like, it comes to a point where it's like, would I do the Twitter trolling off video? No, I would never do that. I'd never done that in my life, bro. I've never gone out of my way to do that outside of thing. And it could become a thing where it's like, should I just do that just for the content? If I don't truly wouldn't enjoy doing that if I didn't get the video out of it. And of course, like when I dress up in like costumes and I play games, of course I technically wouldn't do that in my own time. That would be a bit random if I was in my own room just dressed up and doing silly characters. But that's like an entertainment thing and I like that and it's a bit more positive. Do you regret roasting people in your older videos? Nah. I don't regret it. I mean, I probably would look back and think I wouldn't say that now. And I'll be like, damn, I was a bit mean sometimes with some things I've said. But it made me the person I am. So I wouldn't say I regretted doing it. I mean, you know, it's there's things in life that your opinions change on some things, but I don't think there's many regrets in my life because it led me to the position I am in today. And how would you know what you would be in a different situation? I have no clue. It's just what happens. I mean, I used to make random videos back until the first Trolling Feminist video took off. Like, I used to make so many different types of videos. And that's the one that took off. So I kind of got stuck with that sort of niche at one point. And that's what did well for the channel. and that's probably what brought a lot of you along. But it could have been another thing, and I could have been doing something else, and, you know, or did something else for a long time. I never... I recorded the first feminist trolling video, and I didn't upload it for like a month or so because I didn't think it was going to be funny. I remember recording it, I made it into a video, and I was like, I'm just leaving it. I don't think it's good to upload. And it's crazy, if I didn't upload, I don't even know what life would be like today. Going forward, what do you think you'll be doing with your life? I think I'm going to still try and be doing YouTube and streaming and stuff like that. I love doing it. I love entertaining people, and I think it's fun. Have you ever had an idea originate from a dream you've had? I'm not sure. Maybe. I randomly have ideas and I write them down, so maybe. I don't know. It's a hard question because I can't even remember what I dreamed about yesterday. He's going to be the biggest YouTuber in the world. Thank you, bro. Maybe. I don't think that would happen. Not because I don't believe in myself, but it's more because you have to basically be like Mr. Beast, you know what I mean? Like, you're not allowed to state your opinions on things. You have to be very robotic in some way. And I'm not saying Mr. Beast is a bad person for doing that, but that's just the sort of thing you have to do. You can't have too much personality. The video I saw was you trolling feminists, yeah. I'm not surprised, bro. That is the video that brought a lot of people to this channel. Do you read feminist literature? No, bro. I've never read that in my life, and I don't know if I ever will. I do read books, but yeah, maybe, you know what it is? Maybe I've started reading loads of books. I've started to mature as a person. Like, my interests have changed. A lot has happened in my life in the last year or so that maybe it's just changed me as a person. So that's probably why my content is also changing in some degree. Your Omegle videos were peak. They were peak. They were peak. I think there was some very funny moments, and I think I was a decent... I'm not trying to brag, but I think I made some very good Omegle videos compared to a lot of people. Because I used to sit there for hours just to get like a 10-minute video to make sure I got good content in it. Because I only wanted to keep the best moments in it. Dude, dreams that you remember are the most surreal things you can experience. If they're vivid, they're so attached in your mind, yet far from reality. Yeah. Making up a quote right now. To please everybody, you have to be nobody. That doesn't sound like a quote you made up, bro. Yeah, you can't please everybody. Even in terms of what I said about Mr. Beast not having a big personality, and that's why he's one of the biggest YouTubers. He's not a nobody, and also you can't please everybody. I mean, there's so many people out there that don't like Mr. Beast. I mean, it's impossible to please everybody, and if you live your life that way, it's impossible, bro. I think it's like, I don't know what everyone wants to do when they grow up and stuff, or when, well, I don't know how old everyone is watching. When they grow up, when they get even older, when now, in the future, I don't know what your plans are. But, you know, people are gonna like and hate you, and parents, family members, friends, they might all have different expectations of you. Some will be supportive, some won't be, but, you know, you got to think what would actually make you happy in some regard. I haven't seen your video since 2023, damn. Now you're here, bro. Now, fate has brought you here. What books do you normally read? I've just read East of Eden by John Steinbeck. I just finished that. Currently, I'm reading 1984, George Orwell. Before Steinbeck, what did I read? What did I read for Steinbeck? I can't remember. I read... What did I read? You know, I have a list. Actually, my phone's on charge, so I don't have my note list. I have like a note list of books I've read. I also audiobook in the gym, but not those books. I'm trying to read more fiction and audiobook more non-fiction. That's what I've started to do. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Beast is influenced by fame and money. I mean, that's what's happening. I mean, it's normal though. It may be nice to be authentic, advice to be authentic to oneself, because if you become very successful, you won't be putting on as much as a performance as you'll be already being yourself and doing what you love. Yeah, I mean, to some degree, you still have to be a sort of persona. I don't think there's any YouTuber or streamer any of you watch that is exactly the same, because if I was exactly the same as I am in person, sometimes I'll just be sat here in silence, not saying anything, if that makes sense. You know, I guess I'm trying to interact, so maybe this will be like having a conversation with me in some regard, but yeah, I mean, Mr. Beast did do some controversial things and say some things, but so does everyone, bro. I'm sure he's just also just grown up, so. Being a very famous faceless YouTuber is an interesting concept. I've not experienced that, so it's hard to say, but it's the best of both worlds in some way. If you're very successful, you have the freedom of what the things that YouTube and stuff could be as a job. In some degree, you know, you have to be relatively consistent or some degree and relative. You know, you still get put in a box in some regard, but you know what I mean. You have a lot more freedom than maybe a regular job. Faceless, you don't get recognized. So if you are really well known, then yeah, I guess that. I mean, I don't mind getting recognized, but yeah, I mean, if I was getting recognized like I showed speed, I wouldn't like it. I'd be scared to go outside. Craziest experience you've had related to making content? I don't think I've ever had that crazy of an experience, bro. I've never met, luckily, anyone that's like really hated me. I feel like I've always been like thinking like, damn, imagine like I run into a crowd of people that hate my videos. But I have a big audience outside of the UK, bro. Like I only have, out of all my total subscribers and viewers and stuff, like only like 9% I think are UK. So you got to think, I'm not very that known in the UK relatively, bro. I've got so much America. I've got like Germany, Netherlands, Canada, India. Bro, I'm just spread out, bro. I don't even know where you guys are all watching from, but I bet a lot of you are from different countries. But it's good in a way. If I had all UK audience, I would have get recognized a lot in the UK. So in that regard, it's cool. Canada. See, bro? That's what I mean. We got different people from different places. I think it's cool though, having a different, like, I have a very broad audience of different countries. But, you know, some people like it, some people don't. I mean, you know, having maybe one country a lot more than the other could be good in some aspects if you do stuff related to that country or you collab with people known more in that country. Has anyone recognized you in real life? Yeah, a few people. I don't get recognized that often at all, but I have been recognized before. It's kind of weird in some ways. It's like, that's cool. I'm kind of glad that happens sometimes. But yeah, only a couple people and they've been nice, so it's been all right. Not had a bad experience, so I can't say anything. I'm always down to take a photo or say what's up and just talk to them, but Do you know how to play chess? Yes, bro. I do know how to play chess. I'm the grandmaster. No, I'm not. Maybe in my dreams, man. Maybe in my dreams. You're from Africa. Damn, bro. Where from in Africa? Has anyone asked for an autograph selfie? I've been asked for a photo, not for an autograph, bro. I feel like autograph feels like really like, can I have your autograph? Feels famous, bro. Feels like, I don't know, bro. I've met other YouTubers and stuff, and I don't really ever ask for photos because I feel like it would be weird. Because in a way, it's like, I feel like I'm a co-worker, if that makes sense. It's like, yo, can I get a photo with you? It feels weird, but I don't know. Autograph feels crazy. Like, can I have your autograph? Would be really strange to ask. In some ways. Maybe I'll get a Mr. Beast autograph or something and then wait until he gets 1 billion subs and then sell it. But we have to wait for that. I've never met Mr. Beast though, so don't know if I ever will meet Mr. Beast either, so. You're from Botswana. That's crazy, bro. Crazy. We have so many different continents, bro, watching. I rate that. I rate that. Mostly famous for our diamonds. Okay. I've never been, bro. I've only been to Morocco, so I've never been to any other African country except Morocco. Has anyone come up to you with a number 7 Portugal shirt with Pxrge on the back and asked you to sign it? No, bro. That's very specific, man. I like that idea, though. Keep that if you ever see me in public. Make sure you're wearing that at all times when you step outside. You never know. You might see me one day. If I ever got that famous, I'd want to improve my autograph. Yeah, man. I feel like if people start asking you for your autograph, you gotta make a nice autograph up. And also, like, surely you don't want the same autograph as your signature, right? If you're, like, really well known, you don't want the same autograph as your signature because then surely someone would easily try and copy it and falsify being you on a piece of, or a document, right? So if you have an autograph, you'd want it to be different to your signature if you have, like, your real name as your name. Like, if you're Justin Bieber, you don't want Justin Bieber autograph and Justin Bieber signature to look the same. You'd want to try and mix it up, right? I don't know if he does or not, but I feel like that's good advice. Oh. Right, guys, I think I'm going to end stream. It was very fun chatting to all of you at the end and having a little conversation. I'm going to be trying to stream most days in August, so make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you check out all the streams. Become a member on YouTube if you can, if you want to as well. Become a sub on Twitch and Kick if you can, and if you want to as well. Help support the channel, and yeah. Have you ever got a fan mail? No, I haven't, bro, but that's because I've never opened a PO box. Maybe in the future I'll do that. I feel like that'd be cool to get sent. I used to remember watching the... Who remembers Comedy Shorts Gamer, like, with Deji, when he used to do PO box openings? That's real OG. I don't know if anyone remembers that. And he got, like, sent Ebola or something. That was cool. And he had, like, the hazmat suit on. And he used to get sent some crazy things back in the day, bro. He used to get sent poo. Like, it was crazy, bro. That's actually insane. Hopefully no one sends me that if I ever do open one, though. But yeah. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. I'll probably be live tomorrow, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Good night, or good day, or whatever. I don't know where you are, bro, to be fair, so... Just wait, let me put some outro music for you guys. Wait, let me just get some outro music. Let me go some outro music. Goodbye.